Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How are you doing today? Happy Friday from your guide DeMarcus Tunstall here. And welcome to the Beta Project. You can always find us on YouTube at Humble and Focus, all one word. Today is December 27, 2019. And I hope you had an amazing Christmas. And as I wrote before, I hope you bought your family a whole bunch of income producing assets and not a whole bunch of liabilities and expenses like video games. But we ain't gonna talk about that today. Today is about size matters. Yeah, size matters. I don't be perverse. You know, y'all don't be all freaky and stuff with the videos. Y'all know better. But today we're going to talk about size matters because you've heard that expression before. So I'm going to use it in a different way. So today's video quote is, the size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. And that's by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All right, let's get started. Here we go. What's up? How you doing? So, we're talking about size matters, and we're not talking about it in that way. It's get your mind out the gutter and pass the butter. It's time to move forward. So, what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is those dreams of yours. Because it's often real. See, ladies and gentlemen, as children, we were unkept when it comes to our dreams. We didn't have this stifled ability to control our dreams. We just dreamed whatever we wanted to dream, and that's what we wanted to dream. But somewhere along life, we started to being molded and shaped and formed, and our dreams started being chipped away. So these amazing dreams of things that we thought that we were going to be are no longer in our minds to that extent. Instead, we have this very, confining and culturally acceptable way of being. Now, here's the cool thing about it, and really interesting, is that how little your dream is usually based off the people you spend time with. The people that you're spending time with are going to affect how you are, your parents, your friends, and your family, and what they've been through. So they're going to try to tell you what's good and what's bad, and how something can't be done and something can be done because of what they think. Now, you've been programmed by them, and now as a child, you've been shaped by your parents, and that's not a bad thing. The problem is that if your parents have been limited, which you don't know what they've been through, if they've suffered to bring you to get you to this point where you could survive, then they're going to have a very limited thought process when it comes to what they can achieve. Right? So, as children, we're given this all-powerful thought process of imagination. Now, as adults, we kind of lose that along the way. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, in this book, The Secret, we're not going to read any today, they talk about the fact is that the universe does not care. It doesn't care how much you imagine and how much you dream. It will give you $1 the same as it will give you $1 million. The problem is you've never achieved $1 million, so you don't think it's possible. But what if it is possible? What if the only reason you haven't achieved $1 million is because you decided it wasn't good enough, and you decided you weren't good enough, and you decided that you don't know how to do it, so you have just seen that it wasn't okay? But what if you could get $1 million ideas all the time, and they were consistently coming to you, but you're brushing them off? We get what we want out of life. We get what we put out in the universe, what we want to attract out of life. So if you're not putting out there that you want $1 million, that you're okay with $6, then I guarantee you $6 will find it into your bank account. Here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you dream for $1 million, you get 900,000, you're not going to be too upset, because maybe that you dreamed for $1 million because you didn't believe it, but you wanted that money. But if you need $10 and you only get 8 and you can't pay your bill, now you think that the universe doesn't work for you. You must dream past what you need. You got to dream in excess, in abundance. If you want abundance to happen, but we dream in scarcity, and we dream, our imagination only dreams in things that we can understand. And if you only dream in things you can understand, then your mind is your limitation, instead of your imagination being your limitation. And why not? Why can't you have $1 million? Why can't you have $1 billion? Why can't you have a happy marriage? Why can't you have whatever you want is yours? Travel the world, see this, see that. You could do anything. You could start right now. I could start right now and become an Olympic athlete if I really wanted to. Well, how do I know that? Because it's all in my mind. I could be whatever I choose to be. So here, I want to give you a great example of what's actually going on in our lives. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is my water. I drink this. This is my beautiful baby. Say hello. So anyway, this right here is my water. And this is going to represent all the dreams that I have. All the imagine. You know what? Hold up. This is not big enough. Yeah. This is all the dreams that I could possibly have. Like, to see the size of this, like, imagine this filled right here with dreams and ideas and thoughts, and everything you possibly could want is right here in front of you. And the size of this thing is about the size of my body, but it's huge. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't even big enough because there's so many more dreams out there that you could dream. But we're just going to use this for example because this is about as big as I could find in my house. I could actually use my house. So imagine my house being, the size. But anyway, so this is where my dreams are. All these dreams. And so the problem is not that we don't dream big enough, ladies and gentlemen, is that we don't give ourselves enough life to put it into. See, the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, we dream big, but our life that we create is very, very, very small. And that instead of us taking this life that we have and building it around the dreams that we want, instead, let me show you something. Instead of making our life this big and our dreams can fit inside our life, instead, we actually take our dreams and we actually make them smaller so they can fit inside of our life. So yes, size matters. Your dreams matter. The size of your dreams matter. But ladies and gentlemen, the size of your life that you're dreaming of must grow to this size. Not bring your dreams down to this size. Ladies and gentlemen, there's enough people in the world who had huge dreams that were meant to change the world that actually decided not to and put their lives into a little itty bitty box. Something so tiny, something so small that can be carried around quite comfortably. See, ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, if this is filled, I can carry this around all day. But if this is filled, it's going to take a little bit more work. So what you're putting in your life and your dreams, your dreams are going to be a little heavy. It's going to take a little bit more work to hold them up in comparison to the life that you are currently desiring and the life that you're currently giving yourself. Make your dreams as big. Make your life as big as the dreams you want. And you will never have to worry about anything else in your life because you asked for $1 million. You only needed $50,000. Guess what? That gives you $950,000 to give to the world, to create a different life. You get what I'm saying? So be very aware of what your life is giving you, ladies and gentlemen, because size does matter. The size of your life is bigger than just the house you own, the car you drive, the clothes you have, the things you show off, computers, whatever you have is so much bigger than that. Dream bigger, dream on a massive scale, and watch how your life changes. But don't make your life as small as this. Make your life as grand as every single dream you could possibly dream and allow yourself to go there. Why? Because the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about this, the perspective of this. If you have this right here and this is your dream, this is enough water for me to quench my thirst. But if I have the dream that I'm dreaming right here and this is filled with water, this has the ability to quench the thirst of many more. So you can't have your dreams only be big enough for you because the world needs you to step forward and give your dreams away. As much as I would like to say the storage here it's still not big enough for all the dreams you have. But you're living a life of mediocrity when you're meant to be exceptional because the world says to. If you watch TV, the world means to confine you. Why? Because they need people on the bottom. We talk about this all the time. I'm gonna get off here in a second. The schools now, and remember I used to be a teacher, the schools are creating people to replace the generation that's dying off right now. And they're doing it for cheaper and they're doing it for longer hours because we're teaching people, get a job, get a job, get a job. You must get a job, go get a good job, get a good job, get a good job. But we're not teaching people, grow your business, grow your dreams, grow your business, grow your dreams, create something more. Why? Because we need people. They need people to be factory workers because not everybody can be a manager and not everybody can be an owner. But listen, I've been having this thought lately. I want you to think about this. You're driving down the road and you're gonna always pass houses, right? You pass houses, guess what? Somebody owns those. You drive past buildings, somebody owns those. You drive past land, somebody owns those. You drive past all these different things. I said buildings, houses, land. We'll use those three as the example. Buildings, houses, all three of these things are owned by people. And you're driving by them on a consistent basis. And if somebody else owns these, that means you can too. You must decide how you're going to step out and own some of the stuff out there because it's there. Anybody can own it, but you got to figure out how to make yourself get there. And the only way to do that is to get outside of this thing right here and raise to the next level. So at least you're holding water and something this size, but you can't do that with your limited thinking. So I need you, ladies and gentlemen, is to stop thinking so small. And when those dreams hit you, ladies and gentlemen, don't say, oh, well, my dreams don't fit in here, so I'm going to let it go. But instead, Grow the size of your life to fit your dream, and watch how successful you actually become. And that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the universe doesn't care the size of your dream. It only cares that you believe it's true and it's possible. So you can have $1 or you can have $1 million. You can have whatever you choose. But whatever you ask for is going to be given to you. Like if you ask for $1 and you find one on the ground, hooray. But you're like, oh, I got $1. But guess what? Why didn't you ask for $1 million? And maybe you'll find that on the ground and see what happens there. The universe doesn't care. It will give you what you ask for. Oh, 2 quotes. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot those. Here we go. Never whine and complain or justify yourself. The reason I put this on here, ladies and gentlemen, is because whenever we get to the point where this right here is our life, we often believe that we have to justify why we can't do it. Oh, hey man, yeah, I can't do it because I don't have enough money, or I can't do it. Well, if you're saying that out loud, it's going to be true. If you say, man, I can do it because I don't have enough, because I have enough money. It doesn't matter if you don't have enough money at all. The universe will give to you. You must lie to yourself sometimes to get the universe to, because you attract what you want. If you go to a restaurant and you say, I want a hamburger, you have attracted the hamburger to you because you paid for it, right? But if they gave you, say, I want a hamburger, and then they gave you an apple, that's not what you asked for. So you're not attracted. So you always attract what you want. But we often make excuses of why our dreams don't have to fit into our life. And we whine and we complain and we justify why it's okay. Oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, I don't have enough prestige. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. What you're doing is you're justifying why it's not okay, and you will never get anything bigger than your life. So you got to let that go. Second quote. I love that one. That was really good. And then the last quote is this right here. Don't shrink your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Don't shrink your dreams. Supersize your courage and abilities. When you start supersizing your courage and your abilities, ladies and gentlemen, you step outside your box, you realize that the size of your life was only created here because you wanted to protect something. This is out of fear, and scarcity is what we can protect here. There's no reason that you can't have more, except for you've told yourself you can't have more. So now it's time to step outside of your life and stop worrying about your life being this small, and give your life greatness and grandness, and allow that the greatness and grandness of your life and the person that you are supposed to be will come forth. But if you're scared, you'll create this. If you don't harness your abilities, or at least take time to know what they are, you'll get this. And so here's what I want you to think about. And the reason I brought this up is because, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 days till the new year. Now you got to think about what kind of life you want. Now we're not talking about that temporary, oh, I'm going to make my life this big, and as soon as things get hard, you're going to revert back to this, because you always go back to your default. But instead, stay the course and watch how your dreams can grow. It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. I would highly recommend, if you haven't already started your New Year's resolution, start it now, because you're not going to be a different person on a different day on December 31st, but instead you're going to be the same person. And so you can try to justify, let me go back to it again, hold on. You can try to justify why, oh, I got to wait till the New Year's, because you don't want to let go of who you were. You want to let go of what you wanted to do. And if you do that now, then when it comes time for you to continue on with what you have, you're never going to step up. You're always going to justify why it's okay for you to slide back. And that's how people stay the same. That's how lives stay like this. But the funny thing is we watch millionaires all the time, but we don't seem to realize that most millionaires are self-created at one point stage in time. We're all on the same level. We're all naked and with no clothes at some time, as growing up. But, if you think about it, if you're not willing to step outside of your comfort zone, you can never create something more than what's here. Think about it. If you're in your house and there's something outside of your house that you want, the only way for you to get that, other than getting DoorDash and pretending they don't exist, you must go outside to grab it. Or you must go outside of your comfort zone. Your house is your comfort zone. Your job is outside of your house. If you were able to create the income you wanted and your dreams that you wanted inside of your house, you wouldn't leave. You would stay there. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Just be great. Don't whine. Don't complain. And in all reality, bring that first one back up, because it was freaking awesome. I loved it. No, not that one. Not that one. These things. The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they're not big enough. Be bigger than this. Your dreams must be much bigger than this little container. You can do better than that. And that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a blessed day. Happy Friday. And go after it. Start getting ready for that new year. Start now. Tomorrow's never promised to anybody, so let's make a dent today. Have a good day.